Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. He'll start the return inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running the read option left to start the drive. And he's hit and taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. Their offseason, just what they were looking for. Top 10 recruiting class. Now they've got to figure out how to best use that talent, Jesse.
Well, not just difference makers in this top 10 class, but they've got some guys that they think can be key contributors both on offense and defense. And in this first game, you know they've got to be excited.
Yeah, and they're probably nervous too, right? Like first big-time stage, big-time moment. A lot of...
Breaks into the open. He was trying to reach the sticks, but he doesn't quite make it down at the 23. It's 4th down. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Punt is in the air on 4th down. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. The give on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Ball is loose. And he falls on top of his own fumble. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a 1st down. He came up a little short. And the Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Rides to back and leaves it. Gets it past the marker. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
The Gators are on the move. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quick completion on the out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
There's just so this quarterback.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Gators have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Buys a little extra time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's on target and complete.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people will do it. I mean, again, we see the freaks, we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
They're going to run it. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to fire on second down. The sweet feet buy a little time. And that one's way too far for everybody.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for your quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators will go for it on 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground. Nice move to pick up yardage. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gator! They're on the board first here in the season opener. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
On the move from inside his 5. State offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Rides the back on the option, the give. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
First game of the year, you're always worried about turnovers, right? And this guy has the ultimate nightmare on his first touch of the year. Puts the ball on the ground. He's got to be able to flush that out now. You got to get ready to go play the next play.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. The give on the option. Picks up the first down. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Gives it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Then you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Give to the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Going for the big play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Gets the back moving. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Gentry. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
And the Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Gives it on the option. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now facing a 3rd and long. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Gentry. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Buckeyes want to move quickly.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Here's a heat. It's complete on the right side. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. The Buckeyes are flying down the field. They'll go to the air. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. Pushes ahead. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. One final play before the end of the quarter. They'll give it to the back. Turning it on. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They've got a first down here to open the period. To the ground. He's got it again. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Gators come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run it from the gun. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
Just a really nice nice job defensively, too, not giving up on the play, right? Didn't sack him initially, but guys were still in hot pursuit and chasing. And this front seven defensively, they've got a lot of speed and athleticism, and they're able to stay on the quarterback's heels and force him out of bounds for a loss.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires deep toward the end zone. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
They'll try the run. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. Now he's looking to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It starts. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Buckeyes in the hurry-up.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Under fire. He's going to take off. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the
strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
He had nowhere to go with the ball, guys. And the defense is a nickel. Great job by the DBs in coverage. No receivers open.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab down the middle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th.
The Buckeyes will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going to try to get it himself. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop. The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You can tell. They want a touchdown. They want points 4th down, going for it. And how about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football.
There he goes. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
He's got it on the run, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ohio State. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pitch. Lays out, gives up his body, and makes the grab on the right side.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Guys, let's chat about Florida. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Finds a man on the right. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Really effective concept against the zone there. It helps all the more, David, when you have a tight end that can get downfield.
No doubt. Take your tight end, put him in the slot. Makes it easier, better matchup. Now he's got a good corner route. You can tell. Sticks his foot in the ground. Quarterback puts it up there. Know he's got zone. Know he's got the big fella. He goes up, catches the football, makes the big game.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. Have taken it inside the 20. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Dumps it off in the flats. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And with that, they've taken the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Texas A&M is putting on a show offensively. Feels like they've been gigging them since the first whistle. They're up 14 over Nebraska. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. On the run, it's Gentry. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Rides to the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Breaks into the open. He's got 59 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force-feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Buckeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Hand off from the shotgun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Power football with the run. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Sending the offense back to work. As they get ready to start this 3rd quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. He unleashed that one. Some serious spin rates and revolutions on that one.
Want to talk about velocity? How about the arm talent this kid has? I love watching him throw these curl routes. He's in rhythm, he takes his steps, and man, when he decides to pull the trigger, watch out.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this 2nd half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here and let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Back out there. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. The short hand, it's Gentry. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a three-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. And when you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great play calling, great play design. They've always got it working, and you know this offense is always capable of hanging 40 points and making it look easy.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. He's going to run it. Oh, he got loose. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half.
And he doesn't need anything to be open. He just makes it happen himself. Hey, I'm going to call a pass. I'm going to throw the ball down the field. Oh, it's not open? Okay. I'm just going to pull it down, make it happen, take it to the house. What a scramble by the quarterback.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Got his man out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Listen, the comeback route is one of the more difficult routes to throw in college football. You see zone, and they're bailing, getting out of there. Nice job by the receiver, sticking his foot in the ground, coming back to the quarterback, catching the ball. Nice pitch, nice catch.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. Motion from the back. Looking to throw. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Working that left side now. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lawson.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion.
There he goes. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat notes, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
The Gators are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
The Gators trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Here's under pressure. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these 2 guys. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying to pull his way in. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Well, it's obvious a field goal doesn't help them, and not much choice here but to go ahead and try to cash it in.
And I agree, Reese. I think you have to be aggressive here. You don't have a lot of opportunities left. We're in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's time to go make a play. Even if you miss it, they got to go the length of the field. You can still be set up with good field position.
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Trying to barrel in. They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back for their offense.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. It'll be a 1st down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and
Breaks into the open. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. He now has 111 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to run for it. At the 35, he's open. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And this offense continues to have success and just put a long drive together. And on this defense, I'm getting desperate now. It's desperation. I got to make a play. I got to force something to happen. I got to change something up, and I got to get this football back to my offense.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, putting them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
This drive has already drained more than 3 minutes off the clock, and now they've got it on 2nd down. Back to pass. Sure hands, it starts. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down in the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
Enormous play coming right here. 3rd down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive with more guys to the line of scrimmage. They've got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
Right back to the well. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
The give to the back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, they're very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Looking for a big play. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Now this offense is back on the field. Running back searching for a hole. Takes it the other way. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few 1st downs together, we're looking really good.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Got enough for the 1st down. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the 4th quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Rides to back and leaves it. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Rides to back on the option to give. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Great job by the back on the option.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this, this coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And that's one of the advantages on defense of forcing a 3rd and long situation. You can go to your dime personnel package, get a lot of those smaller, faster bodies to deal with a mobile quarterback like this who sometimes will try to scramble. That time, there was just nowhere for him to go.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Buys a little time with his feet. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing.